What's going on, family? It's your dog, Art Man, the Great, and I'm back with another boxing conversation. Look, shit's real out here. Every day, something new goes on in the boxing world. Whether it's Javante Davis news, Devin Haney news, or just news in general. Yeah, shit's getting realer. But let me go ahead and send this link out to everybody. Let them know that I'm on here live. Yeah, one moment. Here's her shit getting real. It's a lot of shit going on in the boxing world, man. Um, we got Coach Gigolo, uh, Regis Progress coach, strength and conditioning coach. He out here explaining, giving Dev his congrats. Ain't nothing wrong with that either. Ain't nothing wrong with saying, hey, you did a good job and all that shit. I'm just saying, you know, he could be a little bit louder with the apology. Cause he was shows loud in that press conference talk about your son gonna get knocked the fuck out. Devin gonna get knocked out. All this shit. Man, when it was fight night, his show was quiet, wasn't it? I ain't hear nothing like that from Coach. Coach was real quiet. Super quiet. And I ain't mad at him because we just know what time it is, man. Devin Haney, he made Regis Prograis look like an amateur. Now we got folks out here fucking scared. It's crazy how boxing works. I swear to God, man, I love this sport, but I just love how this shit works, man. People be talking all this shit. He's pillow fisted. He this and that. He can't bang. He can't hang. He all that shit. Private school. He gonna get walked down. He can't keep guys off him until oh man, I don't know, man. He may be the hardest to beat at 140. I don't know. All this shit. Yeah. Let me drop the link in the chat. Said based on that performance, coach should be fired. Nah, I don't think. Nah, I don't think coach should be fired because he did his part. Regis was in shape. Regis went on 12. He didn't look tired. He didn't look tired. He was just getting his ass kicked. He looked like he was in pretty good shape. He was a little stocky. He came in 139. Yeah, he did his thing. Devin just shut that man out. There's shit he can do about it. There wasn't shit he could do about it. Made that man look like a fucking amateur. And now today, everybody talking about, oh, this guy, he's really he's really this, he's really that. Hey, man, hey, people, Bill Haney posted. He got that man Regis Prograis looking like. He said, hold on. He said, fitness by Tobler, just like you promised, big dummy. I got you 2 times, champ, if you have any more trouble with your homework. Hey, these niggas is funny as hell. Lord, hey, this shit is fucking hilarious. This shit is hilarious. I know we supposed to be on some respectful shit after the fight. I get it. All that shit. But nigga, you can't lie. This shit is fucking funny because you know damn well if Devin would have lost, the memes would have been out of this world. You already know that. But Regis is a good dude, so we ain't gonna troll him crazy or whatever. But we gonna laugh. We gonna laugh at it. We laughing at it. We laughing at the doubters and the haters, man. To me. What's going on, brother D Hive?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Feeling good. I'm just sipping on this good ass clearly Canadian water. This shit's good as fuck. And I'm just enjoying this shit, laughing at all the excuses and the changing of narratives, man, overnight. The shit's crazy, dog.
The one thing I don't like is people saying, "Oh man, Regis didn't look like himself. He didn't do what he normally does." And I'm like, isn't that because he fought somebody that was better than him? Isn't that what's supposed to happen when you fight somebody that's clearly better than you? I mean, like Haney was going to be Regis because he always was going to. That's just the reality of the situation. I don't understand why people find it to be so difficult to accept because Lord knows if a certain other fighter had said, "I'm fighting Regis Prograis," they'd be saying he's better than Floyd. They'd be saying, "Oh, he's better. This is some Mayweather level shit." They'd be saying all that shit. But
all of that shit.
But of course, when Haney do it, he's cherry picking Regis. Okay, great. So I always ask, so who should he be fighting then? Who exactly should he be fighting? And then the answer is always the same: people he's tried to fight, people who have dug him, or people who he can't offer a contract to. So I'm like, I guess we just gotta wait then. But now they already talking Matias, which is fucking insane.
Which will be another good W, but I already see the folks planting the seed, and I ain't gonna lie, I kind of contribute to it. I said that Matias may be a little easy for Haney, seeing his style, but now folks are running with that shit, saying, "Oh, look, man, of course he's gonna be easy," knowing that could be next.
You can't call anybody a cherry pick who you wouldn't want your favorite fighter to fight. That's how I'm gonna say that. If somebody you like, you'd be concerned about them going against Matias, then you can't call them a cherry pick. Matias is ridiculous. Matias is the shit y'all pretend a lot of people are. Like when y'all say, "Oh, this person's a killer. This person's a killer." No, Matias is an actual killer. He's actually killed somebody with his hands, and it's very difficult to do. Like people think that knocking somebody out is easy. Like no, it's actually kind of hard, especially when you have a grown man. Only other person in recent history that's done somebody like that is fucking Kovalev.
Said Matias is a robot.
Hey, AJ's a robot too, and he did a lot of damage before Usyk finally got to him. Shit, for a while people were saying AJ will stop Wilder. So I mean, some people are still saying that.
What do you think about this whole Matias Bill Haney situation?
I hope that they are not playing the role of Icarus flying too close to the sun. Like I understand they trying to go ahead and capitalize on the popularity and all that stuff, but like honestly, if I was Bill, I would let Tio handle Matias, let him put in an honest day's work, and pray that Tio comes out on top of that shit while I go ahead and deal with Ryan. And and make up for some of the bread we lost having to bite the bullet on Cambosis and not getting the respect they deserve there financially, and then we'll just link up with Tio or the winner of Matias versus Tio if he should fucking survive that shit. But that's what I would do personally, especially while Haney's fresh and just getting acclimated to 140 because Matias been sitting there for a while.
Personally, if I was
what's up, House Boxing?
If I was in Dev's corner, I'll tell that nigga fight Sando Martin next, and then see what the fuck niggas talking about after that shit.
Then there's that because the WBC said they're gonna mandate that regardless. So then there's that.
Yeah, I feel like they should just go ahead, just do that fight real quick. And I know folks gonna say, "Oh, look at him trying to get a soft touch." If there's anybody that deserves a soft touch in boxing, it's fucking Devin Haney.
Literally, because fucking Teofimo, Ryan, all these dudes. Yeah, like even Matias haven't had no real smoke yet. Fucking Teofimo be the best person he's ever fought. Like people thought that.
Yeah, because I seen film on that Ezra Fesh dude that he fought. That nigga sucked too, man.
Ergashev.
Nah, I'm just saying that nigga he keeps his hands down and all types of shit. Like
He's talented. I just knew he wasn't gonna be able to
the dude he fought was in shape like a motherfucker, but that shows you that being in shape doesn't mean shit if you can't withstand the power. But shout out to my brother, the goon in the house. What's going on, brother? Oh, he probably just fixing his mic. But shout out to everybody in the chat, man. He said if for any reason Haney does not fight Sando Martin, expect him to fight Taylor. If he can beat Taylor better than Tio, then the unification will happen.
Josh Taylor coming back down to 140? Shit.
Nah, Taylor's gonna want to fight at 147. Hell no.
Yeah.
Fucking 140. And I don't want that shit to happen because I don't want Coach Ass to be right. Oh yeah, he tried to fight Josh Taylor.
Yeah, Josh Taylor not even in the picture right now. He needs to go rematch Catterall or do some other shit.
Salute. The goon, what's going on with your mic? Mic ain't working? Oh shit.
Nah, Josh Taylor not even a draw where he come from. So why would they even do a catchweight? That doesn't make sense.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it because you're gonna drop your belt to fight this weak ass nigga. Fuck him.
Exactly. Josh Taylor trying to get back in the sweepstakes because he got embarrassed by Teofimo. Nah, fuck him. He needs to be focused. He needs to be focused on either Teofimo or Ryan.
Real shit. But the main topic of discussion what I want to talk about with you guys today is the fact that Tank fans, all of a sudden, he is the smallest nigga on earth. That's all I'm saying. For some reason, he became the smallest nigga in boxing, bro. Because I'm like, what's up? Belts don't matter and all this shit. Y'all niggas can meet at 140. Nah, that's too much of an advantage to Dev.
I mean, he brought Ryan up. Why not?
Whoa. He fought Ryan at like 137 type shit.
Why not? You know,
it's December 2023, and Tank Davis still has more fights at 140 than fucking Devin Haney.
What else? What other fight he had at 140? Oh yeah,
Barrios. Yeah. Somebody who's actually bigger than Haney. That's why he's at 147 right now, fighting Keith Thurman and shit.
His coach basically said that Dev is a big guy compared to Tank, and Tank is a little guy. But I'm just surprised how you guys went from going on how Tank is a knockout artist. I literally used to watch YouTube videos of him sparring bigger guys and people saying, well, I hadn't heard Tank knock out a heavyweight. All that shit, just for you guys to be screaming how small Tank is today is fucking crazy to me.
Backtracking.
My thing is that if Haney is significantly bigger than Tank, that doesn't change at 135. So why is the confidence higher at 135 than 140? Like, he's going to be bigger regardless. So I don't understand why you guys okay with 135 but not 140. Like, it doesn't make sense. And also, I don't even want to speak for Tank because these fans don't speak for Tank. Tank is comfortable wherever that fucking money is. These dudes keep trying to repeat this shit, so Tank repeats it himself, like people did with Canelo, like people did with Teofimo.
Yeah, they regurgitate the same bullshit.
Yeah, they're trying to put it out there, so Tank picks it up and he goes, okay, well, my fans said 135, so I gotta do 135. No. All y'all need to shut the fuck up and let him and the team decide what he gonna do.
And my dude on Facebook, they be so mad at me because I'm bringing up Haney versus Tank, and I'm like, how can y'all say this guy's gonna knock him out and all this shit, but then be like, oh well, can they fight at 135? What are you guys afraid of? What are you guys really afraid of? I thought y'all said this nigga can't punch.
All that for a pillow-fisted fighter? That's kind of suspect right there, bro.
That's suspect. That's suspect as fuck. It's not looking like no pillow fist especially after last night. If that fight
last couple of fights,
I feel like if that fight was tougher than we expected, I feel like Gervonta would have been on the timeline talking shit.
But you know what pisses me off? His fans were super comfortable with him versus Teofimo. They keep saying, "Oh, well, shit. What if he lining up Teofimo? That's good shit." I'm like, okay, is Teofimo not bigger than Tank? What the fuck?
Not even just Teofimo. These people were saying Tank versus Keith Thurman. I didn't forget that shit.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
You don't remember that?
No, I do remember. Oh.
Yo, what's up, fellas? What's going on?
What's going on?
How's it going?
So what's the topic of discussion? Tank fans don't want the fight at 40.
They don't want it at 40.
Basically.
For some
Bro,
reason,
Artman, do you talk boxing only on Twitter, bro? Because I haven't heard anybody say that.
what about Tank at 140?
Yeah.
No, they've been saying it on Twitter, and I don't know. I don't really engage.
The live crew been saying it on Instagram as well.
Yeah. On Instagram, they've been saying it. I don't know. I don't really go too back and forth on Facebook. Really, I just post on Facebook and then hop on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't
But-
even have Facebook. I have YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter.
Because I feel like that's where you hear the most like R-word stuff. I don't want to say the word to get you banned, but the most stupid sort of debates is on Twitter. I feel like that's where you post the most. So that's why I have to ask you.
Shit, you could say
Why would we not-
I don't
why
care
would we
about
not
my.
see this fight at 140.
I
Tank fought at 140 before. It doesn't make any sense.
know, and that's the thing. Folks are saying that Tank said, that he feels uncomfortable at 140.
Tank
that's-
said that he feels what?
Uncomfortable at 140.
He should
Well,
fought UFC at almost 140.
Well, whenever Calvin gets interviewed, he only asks about weight class in regards to Devin Haney. Everyone else, he just goes, "Yeah, okay, we'll see about it. We'll think about it." Da, 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 da. But when it comes to Devin Haney, he goes, "Well, what weight class? Because it depends." And we're like, "Okay, what the fuck?"
Uh-huh.
I mean, me personally, I'm probably the only one that thinks this because this is Artman's page. But I think Tank probably fucks around and knocks out Devin Haney.
That's cool. That Tank will be the favorite when it happens. I just want to see it before my legal retirement age. That's all. I'm saying.
We don't want to wait. We don't
You
want to
ain't
wait
lying, bro.
super long and keep going on and on like the guy
Right.
that Vince Crawford.
You ain't
like,
lying,
that
bro.
shit. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Like Tank
Shit.
by knockout will be the favorite. I have no doubts about that. But I just cannot see it though. Like that's all I'm saying.
Last year I had Devin beating all of them, and I ain't coming off of that yet.
I don't like this 147 talk though. They need to calm all that
I
shit
don't
down.
like
I don't know.
147
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they talking
Yeah.
about.
Hey,
One
I want to ask you a question. I want to see Artman. You still there? You hear me? Or did he step up? He's a step away.
Oh, he probably stepped
No,
away.
he might have got a phone call.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, let me ask you guys this. I really want to ask him because he's a real big Devin fan. 47. Since we're talking about 47, who was it? Coach Kenny, I want to say, posted that Boots versus Devin Haney shit. How do you guys feel about that? I feel like,
I don't.
It's
I don't like that at all.
I don't.
they're trying to throw Devin to Boots. I mean,
I
it's
don't
corny.
like the fact
Yeah, they gonna throw him the boots because
yeah, like come on, bro. Like,
Man, that-
is terrible, bro.
They-
Yeah.
You know what that is? It remind me of how they deflected, how they would deflect. Who was that? When Andre Ward was on Triple G's line, remember? And
Yeah.
and they used Kovalev to deflect. You know what I mean? To deflect Triple G.
Yep.
That's what that
yeah,
reminds
but
me of.
this is two different situations. Haney ain't Ward and Boots is not fucking Kovalev. That shit not gonna go how you think it's gonna go. Like, I am not trying to see that shit.
Hey,
Yeah,
Art-
they make weight classes for a reason, man. And that I think.
Nah, I gotta ask Artman. Yo, Artman, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, bro. So since Haney's talking this 147 show, let's just say hypothetically speaking, he fights Boots. Who do you pick?
Nigga, what
We
type
know.
of is that?
I gotta ask. I'm saying no. I'm just trying to see if you're like reasonable or not, or if you're just like this
Are
big
you
fan.
actually- A nigga that's already big for 147. Are you actually?
God damn.
I wanted to
That
know.
nigga's in sauna suits right
bro.
now trying to get the weight off.
Hey, Artman, they might be trying to protect Tank at all costs. God
At
damn,
all
they say Boots can
costs.
fight at 154, bro.
I'm like shit, fucking Devin Haney versus Canelo since we're saying stupid shit. Like what the, like, what the fuck?
right.
So I asked Tank fans. So is Tank just gonna be 135 till he retires? Because that's what it's looking like.
I mean, he's in his late
EJ
20s.
stayed
and
at
he
47 a
moved up,
long
so-
time. EJ Polk stayed at 47 a long time, so it's
He
possible.
really about to give the family of Isaac Cruz generational wealth. Ain't this a bitch?
Man, I hope that fight. I truly hope that
He's
fight
not,
don't happen,
and the
man.
crazy part, he's not denying that this Cruz fight might possibly be next. He's on some like, if the money's right type shit. We like,
Yeah, but
Man.
Tank, Tank is on. He's not like he don't care about legacy. He's not like Tank. I'm sorry, not Tank. He's not like Shakur and Devin. They chasing greatness. He's not. He's chasing the bag. You know what I mean?
Well, let's exile Shakur in that conversation, man.
I
Shakur
know.
is chasing, yeah.
Yeah,
X that out, man.
Shakur chasing
He's
popularity
running
more
from
than
greatness.
anything.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
These guys.
He's running. So what?
Oh,
Yeah, let me ask this. Yeah, that's speaking of Shakur Stevenson, right? Now we got the same case scenario. We had a fighter like Edwin De Los Santos, power puncher, knockout. You know what I mean? Knockout ability.
Is that Nando?
Yeah, that's me. What's good, bro?
What up, though, bro? Let's go.
Oh yeah,
baby.
yeah. I got a lot to speak on because I was in the building too, bro, and I got a lot of stuff that I want to drop on Artman too. First, before I go into that question, Artman, if you seen the ethnic diversity that was in the Haney crowd, bro, it was everybody here. You know, I've been to a lot of fights, right? And usually, if it's like Benavidez, it was a lot of Latino people there. You know what I mean? Spence Crawford, it was mixed, but it was a lot of African American people there. It was everybody in that bitch, bro. Everybody at the Haney fight, and that says a lot because diversity and claiming California and being in California. I honestly think they should have fought here earlier than that and built that whole thing up before that because it could have been.
I try to tell folks like, man, based off even my own store's analytics, Haney, motherfuckers like him, they love him.
Yeah.
His name is getting bigger and bigger, and right now he's outselling my Tank-inspired illustrations on my site right now.
Wow.
That's what I'm like. This fight has to happen. There's no other bigger name for Tank to fight right now other than like Tio. Even a Tio
Or
fight.
Shakur.
Hey man, listen, man. Art, man. Let's be real, bro. Let's be real for a second, bro. It's a lot of people that Tank can fight at 35, bro. He can fight all them dudes, man. All those are exciting fights. Come on, y'all.
But I'm just saying, like, bigger than a Haney fight. What would be
I
bigger?
feel you though.
Shakur is the only thing that could be comparable. I mean, Shakur right there. They're both at 135. Shakur still got all the profile in the world, and he's talking about how he wants to be the main character. He wants to be the man. He's the greatest.
Right.
Okay, great. So fight Tank.
Right.
That man gonna get the first punch, the first solid shot he's running. He don't know how to.
Shit.
Yeah.
Tank. Well, I ain't gonna say Tank, but I could definitely say probably the Mayweathers never kept him away from Lomachenko. That was a good fight at one time.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all. It was fights there.
I wouldn't even mind. I wish that Kambosos fight wasn't happening. I wouldn't even mind to see Tank at this point.
I agree. I'd rather see that than Pitbull again. I ain't no.
Yeah, man. Nah. Pitbull don't deserve that fight. He avoided and ducked too many people. That's all he did. He fought bums, and he just waited on
Pitbull
a
didn't deserve it
Tank.
originally. He had got beat by somebody that nobody even heard of before he even fought Tank.
Exactly.
See, that's the point.
Really shouldn't even been the damn conversation with his no jab having ass.
It was
That's my whole point, though. It was fighters there to take a fight. They chose to fight Pitbull.
Well, no. Remember, yeah, I guess because that Rolly had the sexual allegations, so then they backed out.
That
so
bullshit.
so they replaced it with that. But I wish that shit wouldn't have happened and we wouldn't even have that. But it's a lot. I guess it's still a lot of people, and even these race fans that be saying that say that Tank lost to Pitbull. So I was like, well, just putting him in the dirt would just kill all that. You know what I mean? Because it's almost like it's their Jose Luis Castillo moment. You know what I mean?
Well, I wish they would have run Cruz before they ran Hector Garcia. Like, I understand Ryan Garcia, that's money, but they should have just run Cruz again and got that bullshit out the way.
Got it out of the way. Exactly. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
That would have been good. Yeah, but I guess Hector was coming off that beating prime time and shit like that, and I don't know, but yeah, but. I'm neutral. I'm like, if they win, whoever wins out of Tank and Devin Haney, I'm like, the better man to win.
What was the atmosphere in that building
that shit was only takeaway. Only thing that I didn't like is the DAZN DJ trash. He didn't play he played like some E40 songs and nobody fucking knew, bro. He played none. He played no Mac Dre. He played nothing, bro. He didn't play Drew Down Pimp of the Year, none of that shit. Players Club rapping he played none of that. The crowd would have been even more electric, huh?
No Too Short?
Nothing, my nigga. No blow the whistle, no nothing. I just knew I was going in there for that shit.
That's crazy.
I knew he was going dumb in there, and he was playing reggaeton and some other fucking shit that I was like, man, what the fuck is this?
Shit, they could have booked you for that.
Shit, man. I'm out there. Next time they fight at Oracle, they're gonna have to throw that DJ out, bro. Like that shit. We was all looking like, even the crowd, like, man, what the fuck is this shit? Yeah. That's Eddie Hearn and DAZN. They don't know shit of. They didn't know shit about the layout. Maybe Haney's was too busy, trying to get this shit together to think about a fucking DJ. But that shit, like the crowd would have been way more lit if they would have did that. But
anything other than Sweet Caroline, them niggas don't know what the fuck.
Man,
I know.
Oh shit! Shots fired! Shots fired!
And then you playing Drake. They played a bunch of Drake in the fucking at Chase Center. We don't fuck with Drake because of Toronto. You know what I'm saying?
Question.
Right.
Is this the first fight that Dev had as a champion where he didn't get booed?
He got booed a little bit. I heard some boos in there.
It was some haters in there. It was some niggas.
It was mostly positive
about,
though.
Fuck the Haney's. I'm like, man, y'all some suckers for that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah,
this was his most positive reception. I will say that.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, he gained a big casual fan base this Saturday though. And I was just thinking like a lot of takeaways of things that I was like things that I thought that they should have did better. Like where the fuck was Steph Curry?
But
where was the Warriors at? Why didn't attack? Beast Mode was there, but I mean he
that
was.
Makes Javante feel a
huh?
But you hear?
And
I feel like
Hold
on one second. I feel like Devin Haney getting this notoriety by the fans or whatever, and everybody. I feel like that makes Tank a little bit upset just knowing that people are rocking with somebody else that's not him.
Well,
that'll be any fighter though. I think that'll be any fighter though.
Yeah.
You feel like that'll be any fighter if why
would that make him upset though?
Because I feel like Tank is like what they say, like I'm not trying to insult him, but I feel like he's a little bit conceited. As in, like,
I think it's specific because he and Devin Haney have history.
Yeah.
But from a tactical standpoint, one thing I want to say is for Shakur and Tank, do y'all think it's wise to be letting Haney run around here getting all this relatively quality southpaw experience? You should have clipped him already. If we're being honest,
well,
you should have just hurried up and clipped him.
If I was the first thing I would have did was send him a contract after that Loma fight.
Are you kidding? If I was Tank, I would have smoked Devin after he fought Gamboa right then. I would have been like, oh, right then, sign it up.
Yeah, because that was like around the time around the Linares, him getting clipped like that. Yeah,
Gamboa was, I think, the fight right before Linares, but right when he fought Gamboa, right after that, I would have been like, oh yeah, let's get him out the way early, so I don't even have to hear about this shit.
He ain't, but you know what though? You got to look at it. He getting southpaw experience, but I mean, Regis couldn't cut off the ring. Regis didn't have no answer to that. But a dude like
honest,
Tank
bro.
We knew
Regis. We knew Regis, bro. That's why I was betting like that on that fight. No disrespect.
I feel like
Regis
fight would look nothing like a Regis or a Loma fight. I feel like he'll make that fight probably the most boring fight out there.
Who's that?
Tank.
No, you're crazy.
I feel like he'll jab and clinch.
Against Tank. No,
Tank gonna go in that bitch thumping.
He trying to go kill the attack.
Yeah, he gonna be trying to back Devin out immediately.
Right.
Yeah.
Devin trying to put that bait with the jab.
He's gonna try it, but you can only jab so many times before Tank close the distance.
Yep.
It's a different beast, bro.
He gonna definitely have to box and punch, but it's definitely doable, bro.
Because most of Devin's actual concussive force is in his rear hand, unfortunately. Because even on the pads, you can hear that jab not really cracking on shit. Like, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's not supposed to really hurt people. It's just supposed to disorient you.
It's not, I mean, I guess who got the best jab in boxing? I mean, I need Jamal to have like a couple, maybe another one or two fights to put him back in it. At one time he was, once Kovalev left. When I think
3 fights.
I think Haney, Bivol, Inoue, Benavidez.
Arthur got a strong jab.
Oh yeah, better Biev is in there as well.
Strong jab.
I would say Crawford, but Crawford really he be breaking you off with lots of other stuff. Crawford just starts with the jab and then throws everything else. Throw the whole fucking kitchen sink in there.
Yeah, so
Earl got a strong jab. Too.
Yeah,
he has a great jab.
It had, but I mean, it did, but it wasn't his best. It wasn't his best feature.
True.
Well, Crawford is Crawford. I mean, we can't say the man has a shitty jab because it didn't do nothing against Crawford.
Yeah,
Shout out
no,
to
no, no. I mean, period. I mean, yeah, it was a range finder. You know what I mean? But it wasn't
Yeah.
that like he was getting knockdowns off, like he wasn't getting knockdowns off jabs and shit. Though.
Right,
Those
right.
the jabs I'm talking about. I'm talking about people who scored knockdowns off jabs.
Oh, like power jabs? Well, yeah.
Just that
Yeah,
jab.
better
that just
be
Well,
was-
shit. Well, whoa. He knocked Earl down with a jab. Bro, what are you talking about?
Well, did
The
he knock
first
him down with a
knockdown.
jab?
What? Yeah. What? When that first he caught him with the jab, going back on the
I
first.
thought the first knockdown was a right hook. I don't.
It might.
Nah,
I thought they caught him with a jab
first,
on that one.
first knockdown was like a dab straight.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
But he thought they one. That's one thing I like about That's one thing I liked about him is one thing I did like about Bud was the punch creation, but I just didn't, but do Devin have that? No, you know what I mean? And it's
His jab
born
isn't
with.
to hurt people.
Yeah,
Weirdly enough, if I had to compare it to something, it's honestly it kind of functions similar to a Canelo jab. Canelo's jab is never to do any damage; it's to set up other punches and disorient you and distract you and get you focused
kind of
on that.
the Cotto jab. Remember, it was always that jab, and it was to set up the left hook to the body, right?
Right? Yeah, it's always
Drop
just to
down
set
and dip
something
down.
up. It's not debilitating like a Jamal, like a Beterbiev, and even Bivol's jab is not really to hurt anybody.
What you
It
guys
burst
think?
you up,
What you guys think about what should be Jamal's next fight? Do you think it should be another tune-up, or should he
I
just
think
go?
he need about 2 to 3 more fights, man.
He said 2 to 3.
I'm
He need-
serious as hell. I'm
He
serious.
needs to fight. He needs to fight Caleb Plant, to be honest, because he slapped the shit out of him and nothing was done.
You know what
I
though?
would pay to see that.
You know what though?
Backstory.
I looked at
Boots does have a great jab, Cozy. You're right.
I looked at the before he knocked out Anthony Durrell, and Anthony Durrell had a lot of success outboxing him and catching him with shit.
Mm-hmm.
As far as Benavidez is concerned,
No, I'm talking about Plant and Durrell.
oh, absolutely, yeah. Durrell
Yeah,
was
I've seen
doing pretty
Durrell,
well but he just
Yeah.
didn't take Plant's power seriously, and he got dusted.
Yeah, he got clipped. Yeah, but I think
Who do you-
Jamal could just
Who do you think that Canelo should fight next? Because outside of Benavidez, because it sounded like Canelo don't want to fight him next.
Jamal probably get that fight next.
I think Jamal
That's fine.
probably gonna get it because they know he right for the picking right now. He didn't look good to me in that last fight.
I mean,
That's
but look,
Crazy.
all right, man. If you Heyman and you got Canelo on the 3-fight contract, who else would be on the
to get money.
sacrifice list?
Yeah,
You get
for
both
sure.
brothers. Like, come on now.
Well, how do they sell that fight though?
It's easy. Canelo
I whooped your brother ass, and I'm about to beat your ass.
Canelo knocks out the guys who all the blacks said were threats to him.
And his fans will roll with that to the.
Do you know what kind of world we're gonna have to live in if Canelo fans get to say that Canelo smoked both Charlo brothers? You know what kind of fucked up shit we got to deal with? Like, come on, bro.
But you know what? But you look at it. Mel lost primarily because he didn't let his hands go. It was. I mean, he hit Canelo. Didn't go in there for the kid, but Canelo didn't go in there for the kill either, though.
That's exactly what I said. I think that both Jamel and Canelo made an agreement before the fight that they weren't going to go ham on each other. Mel was just going to glide to another loss. That way that Canelo got 2 losses, Mel got 2 losses. Everybody's happy. Everybody get paid. And we can all move on to other fights.
Yeah.
Because even Canelo didn't look like he was trying to get in Mel ass like that. Because he was trying to get Ryder out of there. You can tell because there was blood everywhere. He didn't even scratch Mel.
But I think he respected that Mel is a better boxer than a John Ryder. John Ryder is fucking trash.
True that.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
You guys see that bet? I hate to keep talking spinning subjects, but you seen that it's starting to heat up between Benavidez and David Morrell too.
David
on his ass.
But Benavidez looked crazy because Samson out here saying they already had a signed contract, but then Benavidez trying to preserve his spot for the Canelo sweepstakes. Benavidez, I don't think you're getting the Canelo fight, bro. So you may as well go ahead and handle business and get him out of the way. Then
That's a tall order.
That's a high risk right there, though.
I think we're gonna beat his ass, but that's whatever.
Low reward for him, though.
Yes.
Well, no, because Benavidez will still get a mandatory spot because Morrell got the WBA regular.
No, I'm just saying, it's like that.
What do you do if you handle his career? Because it's your job too.
If I'm handling
High risk, low
Benavidez's
reward.
career,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. If I was his manager, I'm talking as a fan. I'm being selfish. If I was
Okay,
manager, no,
I'm being selfish.
yeah, no, I would have somebody go to Morel house and probably hit him in the knee with a pipe or something. Be like, see,
like
look
we
at
ready
him.
right now. Yeah, we ready right now. Come outside.
Exactly, nasty Kerrigan his ass.
Yeah, man.
I can dig it.
Yeah, but I mean, like stylistically, I would love to see it. I think Morrell maybe after this fight, I think he's ready now. Just got that Cuban background. We just seen Cruz go in there. You know what I mean? And seeing that, he only got a couple fights, but you see, just they grew up, they was born with pads, with gloves on their hands. It's just different.
My biggest thing is that Morrell is somebody who is actually David's size because
That's
Morrell's
what I want
coming
to
down.
see.
Yeah, Morrell's coming
big
down from
boy.
175. Most of the guys that Benavidez, I think, in fact, all of them have never been above 168, and most of them came from below. Benavidez is barely hanging on to 168 by a thread, and he already talking about Bivol. So I'm like, wait, hold on. If you talking about Bivol and better be and all that bullshit, why don't you just go ahead and fight Morrell? What the fuck is you doing?
I said, high risk,
It's not
reward.
it's not for no major. It's not for no belt. They could come in, catch weight like 170. You know what I mean? 172, and let's do it. But that's what I want to see. It's kind of. I think I was talking to somebody about that the other day. I was like, kind of like with Tyson Fury, the stuff why he looked bad is because he finally was in there with somebody that was bigger than him. Actually, Inago came in heavier than him, and he couldn't bully him around weight wise. And that's what I want to see. I want to see when you fight somebody your size. If
I think if that was some real shit, bro. And I mean, dog, let's be real. We seen Mayweather do the same shit. He probably ran for 2 weeks and showed up. Like he didn't think that shit was gonna be like that, bro. Like that wasn't no sanction, motherfucking. I'm fighting Wilder tomorrow, shit. That shit happened. A focused Fury ain't none of them beat. I'm sorry. Too big, too fast. I mean, come on, bro. Who gonna beat him?
Well, I know Usyk not. I know, and then we're gonna have to
Usyk
live in a
definitely
world
not.
where Fury
Right.
is the undisputed heavyweight champion. That bullshit. And then Hearn
Unfortunately.
gonna look to sacrifice AJ pretty much immediately.
AJ is nothing no more.
Exactly.
Nothing no more.
keep it real with you. Only one that might have a chance was the dude the Asian dude that knocked out Joe Joyce.
Big Bang James.
Oh, Zhang. Now, Zhang, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I will definitely give him a shot for sure.
Because Zhang Rockhead ass could take a punch. He was in there
Yeah,
getting
and
thumped
heavy
on
hands.
by Hergovic and Joyce.
Right. He got heavy hands too.
And he got the size to where Fury
And
can't
he had
bully
the
him
size.
around. You know what I mean?
Right.
That shit
You
was
know what,
crazy.
y'all?
When
I
he
would like to
smoked
see
Joe
that
Joyce in the second fight, he made like them niggas look like middleweights. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, God damn, he broke him off horrible.
And I try to tell people Joyce is too fucking slow. He got cinder blocks for feet, bro. He's like, you doing that shit with the people that you can do that with, but it's different, man.
I remember when he knocked out Parker, people were like, see, that's what's gonna happen to Wilder. I was like, all right. Y'all doing way too much now. And then y'all gonna see what that was. Y'all gonna see what that was some bullshit.
He got
Wilder
a
lost it.
Why he turned that fight down years ago.
He ain't juggernaut
Yeah.
anymore. He ain't taking no punches no more. Hell no. He's damn it. But what y'all think about this Wilder Parker fight in this motherfucking AJ?
Hey, yo, but hey, I'll be right back.
Wilder
I'll
gonna
be
knock
for a
his
minute,
ass
bro.
out.
AJ might fuck around and lose, to be quite honest. Because
AJ just don't got it no more, bro. His confidence is shot.
well, even if he did have it, Wallen was someone that honestly probably should have a W over Tyson Fury right now with that
I
big
can
ass
give you
cut.
that. I can give you that because it could have got stopped.
It would have got stopped if
Not for the
Fury didn't
bag.
have that DK connection, have people car blow up like the Godfather.
Oh, and they was protecting the bag because remember the next fight was what Wilder. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. They protected the bag on that shit.
Right, yeah. So AJ's in tough. Hopefully he's already left Derek James. He back with whoever.
Oh, is
whatever.
it? He did? I didn't know that. He left Derek James.
Yeah, I believe so. I think the only one still down there with James is Ryan.
They said because
No, I thought he was with him still.
Eddie
I thought
Hearn
he was
tried to
still with him.
explain. You hear Eddie Hearn said basically the reason why is because he didn't want to train in Texas and then fly all the way to Saudi Arabia and try to get accustomed to Saudi Arabia.
That's bullshit.
No, it's just Derek James was having him actually work in training. He probably didn't like it.
Bingo.
He's like, I've never had to work this hard in my entire life. I'm tired of this. I need some yes men. Yeah. I'm surprised we don't have any Tank fans on here who could give us relatively cogent reasons about why the fight has to be at a hard 135, and also why Tank is not fighting Shakur Stevenson. Why is there no steam behind Shakur and Tank since they're the people at 135 now? They're the two guys.
Well, hold on. Now, if you're gonna ask him that, then ask him why is it that it got to be a 135 since he made Ryan go up to a higher weight too. Don't forget about that part right there. We don't want to leave that part out too.
And you know what about that? Honestly, I think personally, I could be wrong, but I believe that the 136 catch weight was doing Ryan a favor because they knew Ryan couldn't make a hard 135. I think that was a concession to Ryan, but they added the catch weight.
Didn't
just so
Ryan
Tank
want to
could be
fight at
comfortable.
140 though? But didn't Ryan want to fight at 140? And then
Yeah, but
they
they knew he couldn't make a hard 135.
Yeah.
He wanted it at 140 with no rehydration. That would have been the best case scenario. But well, I know Cozy Reader. I'm not talking about like the reasonable Tank fan. I'm talking about the people that are kind of like the cult members. but yeah, I just want to know why, why does it have to be a hard 135? And also if that's how it has to be, why shouldn't the focus shift to Shakur Stevenson since he's now a newly crowned champion down there?
Well, you asking some hard questions, bro. I would love to hear them try to damn break that shit down.
But Shakur cold in the streets off of one shitty fight.
One of them
Come
told
on,
me
Cozy.
today we shouldn't cry at the fights at 135.
I'm not going to cry. I wanted Haney to fight him at 135, but that's just not how the cookie crumbles.
Hold on, y'all. But okay, but if the man is telling you that it's hard for him to make 35, I mean, we gotta kind of put that in consideration too. He's training himself to make 35.
But
and,
not for Devin Haney. It only Tank's weight matters. Not for Haney. Yeah, Tank got to be comfortable, or else fuck everything else. That's how it works.
Respect.
You know what's hilarious? I bet if Haney said, actually, 140 is kind of shitty, I'm gonna go back down to 135. Tank fans would be like, oh, we need to fight at 140, shit, or catch weighted, something. Shit, you need to be uncomfortable, nigga.
Hell yeah, that do sound like shit.
Like that's the whole point. It's just for Haney to be as uncomfortable as humanly possible.
Bro, they trying to make this shit so complex. It's really easy. Why Tank just send a contract over to Dev? That's it. There's nothing.
Hey, our man, because then you'll be getting what you want. So that's telling me that that's not really what you want, right? Because think about it. You supposed to be the face of boxing. No hate, no shade. I ain't throwing none of that, right? So if you're the face of boxing, and this man saying he want to smoke, make that shit happen. Or
make it happen.
Maybe you don't want that fade right there.
I'm telling Pops, I'm like, Pops, man, because he a big Tank fan, and I'm a Tank fan too, but he a big Tank fan. I'm like, Pops, what do you think about Devin Haney fighting Tank? He's like, oh man, that kid good, but Tank will wash him. I'm like, so what do you think about Tank not making a fight though? He's just like, he don't got nothing to say. There's nothing to say about it. It's like, what can you say about that really?
Well, Cozy, what exactly is Shakur going to force a Frank fight with? I mean, unless Frank fights his way into mandatory position, Shakur can't force his mandatory to fight him. I mean, it is what it is. Frank out here ducking his damn self. So, I mean, shit, if anyone's cold out here, it's Frank. He looked like ass against, that Armenian dude he fought, and then he's out here turning down title opportunities. So, shit, Frank the one that got to come back and prove something.
What if he turned that down because he fighting Frank Martin? He fighting Tank.
That would be kind of ridiculous. I don't think I mean, if that's his reasoning, I guess that makes sense. But I don't think that Tank will fight Frank Martin right now, all things considered.
You don't think so?
No,
that would kill two birds with one stone. Fulfill PBC's pay-per-view on Amazon, and prove to fans that he can fight somebody black.
My issue has never been the complaint about that he's not fighting no black fighters. It's just that around his weight class, the best people happen to be black. So it looks weird. He's fighting all these dudes that nobody really knows. Like when people talk about Haney's drawing power, it's like, bro, Hector Garcia, Isaac Cruz, Ryan, like all these dudes, they either have comparable or less drawing power than Haney. So it's like that's not a thing. especially Hector Garcia. I didn't want to roast Tank fans too hard, but I'm like, you see, this nigga couldn't survive a title defense back at 130, right? Like he just got dusted by Lamont Roach, nearly stopped. So it's like, come on, bro.
And you remember when Haney said, "Man, this motherfucker's a tune-up."
Like, come on, man.
How could you say that?
Like
Even-
Lamont.
I used to be a supporter of Fanon channel, and I used to be on the show, just chopping it up. I just noticed that when it comes to Haney, he was crazy. I just remember he was blasting Devin Haney because, Devin Haney called Hector a tune-up. And he's like, how can you say that about a champion? How can you say he's a tune-up? And then goes into the fight, get washed by Tank, and then gets washed by Lamont right after.
Bro, like I posted the video. Hector Garcia got knocked down in the first round by Isaac Avalar, somebody that Fulton knocked out at a lower weight. And Isaac Avalar just got knocked out again this past weekend by fucking Maxio. Like these dudes don't be good. Who?
Didn't he get hurt in that fight bad?
Yeah, Hector Garcia fought Isaac Avalar, somebody that Stephen Fulton knocked out at a lower weight. He got hurt and then went the distance. That same Isaac Avalar that knocked down Hector Garcia just got knocked out by fucking Maxio, somebody who's horrible.
I heard Maxio hurt him real bad.
Yeah, Maxio demolished him, but that's because Isaac Avalar is not even good, and he was made Hector fight for his damn life. So it's like, and then that's why he went back down and got cleared. So I'm like, man, these dudes, like, no disrespect, but like, if you're the kind of person who just wants to watch your favorite fighter wash guys, cool, but be honest about it.
That Lamont fight looked like? It looked like motherfucking Frank Martin versus Rivera.
I mean, Lamont Roach is talented.
That's crazy. He lost a hearing.
Barely. I mean,
last time I remember, it was a close fight, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, he gave Herring a hell of a fight, but I think he got knocked down the 11th, if I'm not mistaken, and that pretty much cost him.
Yeah.
But no, Lamont Roach is talented, but and he was also a mechanical engineering student at University of Maryland. So meanwhile, Lamont Roach is in college. Hector Garcia is supposed to be good, fighting all these niggas, still couldn't win. So it's like, come on, man, we got to be realistic at some point. Like I said, if you just want to watch your favorite dude wash people, that's cool. Be honest about it, but don't stop putting him in all these all these fantasy scenarios, all these hypotheticals. He's supposed to be Billy Badass, but then every time we want him to face somebody, you say we're hating him. Why is wanting Tank to fight his contemporaries hatred? We're putting Haney in all these dangerous ass scenarios where he can lose.
Fight Haney, you got to pick a side, nigga. What you think about that shit?
I mean, that's just Tank being Tank. Tank knows his people love that shit. Like, yeah, that's right. Tell him, boss. Yeah, that's gangster shit, man. Like, he knows his people love that weird ass shit. Like, that's right. Tell them to stay on their side, and we gonna be on our side. And we them niggas talk like they part of the team. Like, it's just weird. Like, we're over here putting Devin Haney against fucking Matias and T.O. and Regis, and meanwhile, Tank is just supposed to do what? Shakur is just supposed to do what? Why did those niggas get easy street? I don't understand. What have they done? Like, I want to understand. How come Devin Haney got to go through everybody and then we'll talk about the shit? Meanwhile, Shakur and Tank just get to fight anybody and everything's cool. Like I said, Haney had to go through Kambosos twice in terrible conditions in Australia, Lomachenko, Jojo Diaz, now fucking Regis Prograis to finally get a decent amount of certification. All Shakur had to do was turn fucking pro, and he's been certified ever since. All Tank had to do was knock out Pedraza, a win that has aged like dog shit, mind you, and he's certified. What the fuck? What we got to do? Like, how do y'all decide who has to work and who doesn't? I just get so confused. How do y'all decide who has to put in work and who doesn't? What, because somebody gets knockouts? Shakur can knock out a cold, and y'all over here ain't talking that shit to him. So what it is?
Speak on that topic that you had spoke on earlier. Fuck. It was on Twitter. It was something to the effect of fuck, I done lost my train of thought. Keep on cooking. I'm gonna come with it.
Okay.
It was something, I forgot. It was something crazy. But keep on cooking.
Well, I talk about a lot of crazy shit on Twitter, but no, like I just want to know, how do y'all decide who has to put in more work? Because sales,
remember. I just remember the
Oh,
fucking.
go ahead, tell me.
When you said that, why does you don't want Haney to do like Errol Spence and clear out the division or whatever, and then Tank could just come by and just get a legacy fight off one fight type shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, of course, Errol Spence Jr. had a bunch of other things he was dealing with. He had a bunch of other injuries that happened outside boxing and shit. But that's what happens when you put legacy before bread while somebody else is doing the opposite. You're going to have Haney go into all these fights, fucking Kambosos, Lomachenko, then move up, fight Regis, Matias, Tio Ryan, all these fucking people. You're going to have them do all this fucking heavy lifting, potentially take a decent amount of damage, especially with Tio and Matias. And then all of a sudden, Tank going to come in, having fought nobody, having been fucking squeaky clean this entire time, no injuries, and he sweep up a massive legacy in one fight. Like that's basically what happened to Errol Spence. Errol Spence spent most of his career battling injuries outside of the ring and then dealing with like actual dudes inside the ring, like handling Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, fucking Ugas after the Pacquiao win, all that shit. He's doing all the heavy lifting, and then Crawford comes in, 0 injuries, has pretty much been able to keep himself fresh from fighting people that were not going to challenge him whatsoever.
No.
And then and then Avanesian of all people at the end just to get a quick tune-up, and then comes in and sweeps Errol Spence off. Now he's a fucking big Billy badass legacy fighter in a single fight. Because let's face it, in his entire career, Errol Spence Jr. is like the only person of note that he has fucking fought. Let's keep it real. Because you wouldn't pick Errol over any of the people that he ever fought, vice versa. So it's the same situation. It's the same situation with Haney and Tank, so you got to be careful, bro. You were the one that gave Bud all the credit for fighting the same opponents as Errol. So to say that Spence was never on his level doesn't make sense. You can talk all that shit now that the fight's done, but before that, but before that, these guys were saying that Errol Spence was trying to age Crawford out. So like, don't come with all this confidence now the fight's over, when before you were just as concerned as everybody else. The betting odds on this shit were fucking neck and neck. So I ain't trying to hear that shit. All this Monday morning quarterbacking and shit.
But I ain't gonna lie. I understand that for Undisputed, the fight is bigger. But Errol Spence should have clipped motherfucking Bud right after that fight, because Bud was small as shit in that after that fight. And Errol Spence wasn't in no car accident around that time, I think.
Yeah, would have, should have. We could talk about that shit till the cows come home. But all I'm saying is with Haney, I understand Bill is ambitious, trying to capitalize on the media attention they got now, exclusively fighting the best, no tune-ups. But that shit will come at a cost. Now, if Haney can get through all these
fights for Martin, bro,
right? Like, so if Haney can get through all these fights untouched, great. But the likelihood of that happening gets smaller and smaller every time you go up in competition. So it's tough.
I say he fights Sandor Martin and then fight Teofimo Lopez.
I mean, shit. If Rolly, because Ohari Davies got to fight Barossa or whatever, he said he ain't stepping aside. So if Rolly can fucking defend and fight Ryan, then Haney can fight the winner of that. Why that bullshit? Because I don't know if Teofimo is actually going to fight Haney in the end. Because again, this is a guy who ducked him just like Lomachenko did. People say Teofimo will stop Haney. I'm like, bro, Teofimo got his first loss ducking Haney. So I ain't trying to hear that shit. Well, no, we can't just forget about Tank. He's currently the face of boxing. So
Nah, Coach said forget about Tank, nigga.
Oh, that's what he said.
Yeah, he said forget about Tank.
Okay, well, hey, if that's the situation, then yeah, have Tank and Shakur build themselves up, and then Haney just focus at 140. I mean, shit, it is what it is. If they're saying forget about it, then there's no reason to worry about it.
Coach said fuck all that shit because Devin moving up. It's crazy how they hold Dev to his word. Oh, 147. He already at 147, basically.
Yeah, they talking about Haney needs to focus on boots. Like that tell you everything you need to know right there. But one thing that bothers me is that they talk about this clout chasing thing. And I'm like, how do y'all think Ryan Garcia got the fight? Ryan Garcia did nothing but talk about Tank for 2 fucking years. He went to 140. No one said it was ducky, and then he actually got the fight. So how else do you get a fight with Tank? I'm asking, if y'all want Haney to fight Tank, what exactly does he have to do? What steps does he have to take?
Facts. Let Tank dunk. Who cares? I'm done with Canelo Negro.
Right, yeah. So it's like it's nothing to even worry about. I mean, and Tank's fans are clearly cool with him fighting whoever the fuck. So hey, it is what it is. Make your money, bro. Like you know, if they happy, you happy, great, cool. There's no use in even discussing this shit. The fans are okay without it. Tank okay without it. Team okay without it. Calvin and them and shit. All right, whatever. Fine, we tried. Just the thing is, though, Tank fans will still come out and be like, "See, look, Devin only doing good because he ducking Tank." Fucking how? How?
Wait to
So-
see. I'm
Did you
looking
hear
at what
this?
they doing, how they doing it, and listen to they talk. They talk. You know, you hear me? Nah, we at 35. I'm a rule 35. Unless Youngin said they say, yo, I don't want to do 35 no more. Then we talk about doing something different. Because Tank was really a 26, 30, 35. Ran up to 40, brought him back down. Right.
Yeah, but he missed weight at 30.
The little guy, you look at, he was the little guy then. Mm-hmm. He just packed a punch.
All of a sudden, this nigga's a little guy, bro. A super
Right.
little.
But my thing is, when Haney was at 35, why was there never any of this little guy talk? It was, oh, we'll knock Haney smooth out. Haney's always been bigger than Tank, right? So why did it change? Why does it change now to where Tank is all of a sudden little? Like it's weird.
I don't give a fuck what them niggas talking about. I know Coach was at that spar, bro, session, and he seen it. Yeah, Tank rocked Haney, but he also seen the part of Tank getting fucking schooled by Haney when he was younger. Now he has experience with southpaws. It's different now. But everybody gonna say, "Oh, well, Regis and Lomachenko's not Tank and all that shit." Well, all right, man. You can say that for so long until niggas is fighting, and then you see that this guy has an advantage. But it is what it is, man. I feel like that fight may happen, but not next year.
Tank gotta want it, man, because people keep talking about, Tank has bosses. Let me tell you something. Tank Davis moved over 1 million units in probably the worst boxing market since fucking Ronald Reagan. He is the boss. Calvin can make suggestions. Ellis can make suggestions. Even Al Heyman can make suggestions, but ain't nobody move Tank unless Tank want to move. Y'all gotta understand that. These niggas are not selling units. Tank is selling units. So ultimately, if Tank don't want it, it will not happen. If Tank wanted, these people will not act against Tank's wishes. It don't make no sense. So y'all gotta stop saying that. Oh, he gotta do what somebody's. No.
That's
Stop.
You know why I believe that, D-Hive? Because the whole WBA situation. Bill said that they reached out to the WBA, and the WBA, basically asked them like, "Hey, can you force Tank? Can you force the mandatory? Because Tank was the regular champion." And they said that Tank's team responded basically saying that if you force us, we're just going to drop this regular belt. And that's that.
And the WBA said, okay, cool. It's why they give Tank and Canelo special privileges, because they move units. They move units in this market. In this market full of streaming and pirating, where people aren't as interested in boxing, where there's a lot of young kids out there that can't afford pay-per-view, all that shit, these two dudes move units, so they get to bend the rules. So whenever y'all say that bullshit, well, Tank got to do what he told. No, he don't have to do shit. All Calvin can do is make suggestions and put ideas out in the public to get you dumbasses to repeat it, and hopefully Tank catches on. It's the same thing they did with Canelo. It's the same thing they did with Teofimo. Just repeat the dumb shit until the fighter starts repeating it. Andre didn't become garbage until people said he was garbage. Devin Haney's resume didn't become a question in his pillow-fisted email champ nonsense until y'all put it out there. The email champ shit was something that fans created. The fighters never created that shit. It was something that fans that didn't want Charlo to fight Canelo created, and then Teofimo copied it. These fighters do not come up with this dumb shit. It's fans that repeat it, hoping that their favorite fighter catches on. That's why you dumbass niggas keep saying the same shit.
They caught Canelo in contradiction when he told Andre he's a terrible fighter. And then they asked him prior to the Andre Benavidez fight, what do you think about Andre versus Benavidez, and he said both of them niggas are really excellent fighters.
Exactly. Because Canelo never thought Andrade was bad. His fans just kept saying that. He's trash. He's trash. He's trash. And now they're like, see, we were right. I'm like, bro, the same dude who did that to Andrade would do the same shit to Canelo. He put all types of hands on him. That's why Canelo has never really wanted to fight Benavidez. So I don't know what y'all laughing at.
I ain't gonna lie. After seeing that last fight, man, Benavidez will beat the shit out of Canelo, dog.
I'm saying that's always been the situation.
Like, I feel like it'll be bad, man. We never seen Canelo bloodied up and bruised up before. It'll be one of those type of fights.
As long as they don't slide him the brown paper bag.
Oh yeah, it's not even them, bro. You know who gonna man? You know, there's some politics around the Canelo versus Benavidez. Some folks told me not to stick my head into the business though. They said I should just leave that one alone, let them handle it.
Yeah, we should only let the racists talk about the business, right? we should let everyone break down Tank's finances and fucking Charlo's finances and all that bullshit. But yeah, we shouldn't let the racists talk about the business. Did people even talk about how Canelo and Jermell moved over 500,000 units?
Nope.
They sold like 600, 700,000 estimates. That's good. That's good money.
And we know Benavidez versus Canelo, that's just gonna do like 1.1.
I'm saying. So all the business arguments don't even make sense.
Niggas is just pussy. They care. Bro, but I don't blame him. Like, D-Hype, you gotta put yourself in these fighters' shoes sometime. Benavidez beat the shit out of Andre, nigga. Like, and I respect Andre, but he beat the shit out of that nigga. Like, it was bad. Bloodied that dude up, made his eyes like when the fighter's eyes get that little real squinty and like you could tell it's some damage, bad damage. He might have to take a year off type damage. Benavidez did that to him.
Permanent scar tissue.
Permanent. This one clip, I put it on Twitter, it was slow motion. Benavidez, he fucking wind up and hit him with a left hook. Andre just had his hands up like this. Benavidez, he winded up and cracked him with a left hook, winded up and cracked him with a right hook to the ribs. I said, oh my fucking God, man. If he does that shit to Canelo, it's over with.
And especially with Canelo's knee issues, Canelo's not as mobile as Andre. He's not going to be able to do everything he needs to do to step around Benavidez.
So,
it's going to be a wrap, bro.
Canelo's going to put that man on a rehydration clause. Same day weigh-in. Whoo.
I'm not sure Canelo fight him. I think he might fight Jamal and then Shishkin or some shit and call it a day. Or no, he might fight what's his IBF Mando, William Skull, some unknown Cuban dude from he's like 20-0. Which I've seen a little tape on him. One guy I know said that Skull could fuck around and beat Canelo. I don't know, but we'd have to see.
Man, I heard Canelo walk with them people, man. I'm just gonna say it. I feel like Canelo walk with them people.
I mean, he's the richest Mexican boxer currently alive. I'm sure he got some kind of plug down there, especially after they kidnapped his brother.
Exactly. You know, things that folks don't want to talk about. I'm gonna just have to speak on it. Who's to say those people won't holler at Benavidez during this fight with Canelo?
Especially, and you know what's stupid? They'll say that Benavidez isn't a real Mexican, but then also say Canelo said he's not fighting no more Mexicans. Well, so shouldn't Benavidez qualify?
Exactly. And you know, I don't even want to be a conspiracy theorist. I just want the fight to fucking happen. But you guys just pulling this shit and trying to tear it down is crazy, man. I'm starting to see the division on my timeline between Mexican fans and Mexican American fans.
I question any fan who only comes up with reasons as to why fights cannot happen. The moment I see you always like you never coming up with solutions. You're always pointing out obstacles that not even the fighters are pointing out. I give you maximum side eye. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like you making it seem like it's some real fucking UN level negotiating that needs to happen here. I'm like, two niggas got to sign some paperwork. That's it. Canelo already over here. You know, fucking Haney can go anywhere he needs to. That's how the fights have been getting made thus far. So what's the problem? What's up with all these impediments? You talking about weight? You talking about money? You talking about bitch? You talking about private school? All this bullshit. Like, what are you talking about? Like, dudes just come up with random magical obstacles as to why fights are impossible to make. Like, what the fuck do you mean?
The Canelo went to war with John Ryder. That shit was crazy. It looked like he was fighting himself from the fucking multiverse.
Getting uppercutted to hell. That's one of the reasons why Jamel pissed me off. Let me say this. Both the Charlo brothers are officially in fan debt. We need amazing performances from you niggas. Both of you. Because we done put too much time into defending y'all for y'all to come in here and look like ass both outings. And I'm including Jamal in that. Jamal looked good coming off a layoff, whatever. But you supposed to put Benavidez out of here.
I don't know. That motherfucker's tough though. And Charlo haven't fought in like 2 years.
You talking about Jose?
You wasn't just talking about Lil Charlo? I mean, Big Charlo's fighting Benavidez?
Yeah, Jose is horrible. Like, he blocks punches with his face. Jamal should have been able to take him out of here.
But I'm just saying, that motherfucker's tough. He is tough.
He
But Crawford got him out of there. So, yeah, you're right. He should have got him
Well,
out.
Crawford got him out of there at like the last 30 seconds of the 12th round. So he almost went the distance. That might have had more to do with Top Rank than actual Crawford. Yeah, if you watch that fight, the fight had like 15 more seconds left. So like, it was one of those.
What do you think about Devin versus Matias? Do you think that could possibly be next? Because a unification could stop a mandatory.
I don't know, man. Like, Bill is asking a lot here. Could it possibly be next? Sure, because Matias is available and Haney is also available. But it's tough, man. You really testing Devin's skills. He just got to 140, and the thing is, it's a lower risk situation if Teofimo gets in there, handles that first, and takes whatever Matias got, but wins. Then you can clip Teofimo.
I'm so confident that Teo can beat Matias, though.
I mean, who gives a shit? If Teo wants to be fucking courageous and actually put in some work, by all means.
If Teo ain't fighting Ryan for $1 billion, how much money y'all think he gonna get for fighting fucking Matias?
They figured they could probably give Teo 1.5, give Matias like 800,000 or some shit, and then he walk away with most of the back end probably.
What would that be on? Top Rank?
Yeah, they make Matias go to Top Rank because Matias didn't have any profile until this Ergashev dude. And even then, like, most people ain't checking for him like that. Like, people are now saying Haney clears Matias with ease.
Around.
Huh?
He ain't got no profile till Haney came around. That's called 100.
Right. People
for that nigga till now.
Well, first, when he cleared Ergashev, people said, Haney gonna avoid him. Now that Haney bought Regis, Haney gonna clear him with ease. That's a cherry pick. What the fuck?
And you know what's crazy? I actually seen that motherfucker fight live in Minneapolis. I just never even paid attention. That was fights. I was just walking past it.
I've always been high on Matias, even though he has one loss to Ananian, because he's very violent. He punches super hard.
But my first time seeing Matias, I was watching that Top Rank card where he killed the dude.
Oh, Dadashev?
Wasn't that on an undercard or some a major fight?
Yeah, I forgot who, but yeah.
Yeah, so I was just watching that shit. I just remember watching it. I was like, man, this nigga, they fucking this nigga up.
Dadashev's corner failed him. They should have stopped that fight 2 rounds earlier.
And I was screaming at the TV because I was like, bro, buddy, why you ain't trying to throw the towel in? He kept on asking the dude, you sure you want to go in there? Nigga, that sound like a nigga who's trying to keep his job, nigga. Fuck that. I'm throwing
Yeah, no, that was a waste of time. But yeah, no, I mean, hey, if they confident about it, then that's fantastic. That's definitely legacy edition, probably the most dangerous puncher outside of Tank between 135, 140. That's great stuff. But I really think they should let Teofimo go ahead and handle that business if they can. But one thing I can know they're concerned about is if Teofimo were to clear Matias, he'd be talking that A-side shit. I'm gonna need 30 million or else the fight can't happen and all that. Just like, fuck. All right. Like, number one, you're not the A side. Number two, even with the Matias win. Number two, like, Jesus, because you know how him and his dad get crazy every time they get a dub.
And he'll be unified too, so you know he's gonna talk that A side shit.
He gonna be crazy because he tried to say, like, even when Haney was undisputed at 135, he tried to say that, oh, since I'm at 140, I'm the A side. It's like, bro, like, no, dude, you're not selling like that. You got your ass whooped by Kambosos, even though you're trying to get everybody to forget. Like, bro, Kambosos had you leaking, looking like you got shot. Like, you're not gonna be the A side losing to dudes like Kambosos. I'm sorry, like, it's not gonna happen.
He had that nigga looking like a fucking Muppet.
Right, had you on oxygen, talking about I have air in my lungs like everybody else. The fuck?
Devin needs to fight Sandor Martin, bro. Just fight him, bro, and then figure it out. Take some time off. Fight that nigga somewhere like exotic, like Saudi or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, of course, don't take Sandor lightly because everybody that's taking Sandor lightly has gotten embarrassed. Like Mikey took him lightly, got smoked. Tio took Sandor Martin lightly and got his ass whooped, even though he got gifted the W. People think Sandor Martin cleared Tio, so like, don't take him lightly. Whoop his ass, but you know, he's not as serious a threat as the other people.
Haney will beat fucking Sandor Martin on his bad day, nigga.
I believe it, but just don't sleep on him. Don't act like he just sucks because he was giving Tio all he can handle.
Yeah, but you know, still, I would say he probably put up a tougher fight than Regis. That's crazy how styles work, though.
Right, because Tiafimo broke his nose with a headbutt, and he's still in there working on Tiafimo ass. Had him saying, "Do I still got it?"
Nigga shot. He over here sounding like fucking Young Thug's lawyer talking about some. Nah, I didn't really mean it like, do I still got it? I mean, I said it like, you know, do I still got like, you know, that pizza I left in the crib? Type
right.
shit.
Yeah. So you know,
said
like,
Matias' hands were damaged, and that's one reason why everybody trying to jump on him.
It's just one hand. I don't think it's both. It's just one.
It could be his good hand though, his power hand. Well, he got
but
power.
I mean, Tank had hand issues too, and that didn't stop shit. So I don't know why people think jumping on that.
He don't got Tank them type of bread to get the finest doctors.
That's probably true. He probably on regular person insurance. He probably got an HMO or some shit.
I'm saying, you know, it's different.
But even with that considered, he still has another hand that's equally as powerful. Motherfucker can punch with both hands. So yeah, I wouldn't be eager off of that. But like I said, let Tiafimo step on that landmine. See what happens. You know, like all them punches, all that damage that can be taken, let Tiafimo take it. Let him finally do something.
Tio just need to rematch George Kambosos. I feel like ain't nobody gonna take him seriously until he beat that nigga. Fuck this Josh Taylor. I already seen fucking Catterall beat Josh Taylor.
Well, Tiafimo does a good job of making an idiot of himself. All these antics, picking up trash, talking about 20 million, ripping and running, doing all kinds of weird shit, always dancing all the time. Like, bro, like he doesn't help himself. He damages his own reputation as much as Kambosos damaged his ass. So, you know. Hey, a Tiafimo can move like that, but the thing is, what's going to happen when Matias actually connects? Because if you remember Matias's last two fights, his opponents have won pretty much every round until they got hit, and then they basically just say, "You know what? Fuck this. This is too much. This nigga hit too hard. I'm out of here. I'm not dealing with it." Like this last guy quit before he even got scratched. He got touched a little bit and was like, "You know what? It's not even worth it. I'm gonna just do something else."
Did you see the photos of him the next day? His eye was fucking lumped up.
I'm saying. And bro, Tiafimo got dropped twice by Sandor Martin, somebody that cannot punch. What is going to happen?
Tio's a counter puncher. He's not a front foot fighter, you know, type of guy. So Matias, he walks you down with the high guard. He's not going to be throwing that many punches until you start throwing punches. Tio's not going to throw any punches, so it's just going to be cat and mouse until fucking Tio probably gets tired and Matio's gonna land on him, probably get him out of it.
Tiafimo gotta make that shit look like Shakur versus Nakatila, nigga. He gotta just jab him and then run around.
All right, I don't trust Tio's power at 140. Everybody can say all that. Oh, look at that, nigga. Josh Taylor was already having issues his damn self. He came into that fight with his own fucking problems. That nigga haven't fought in like 2 years before he fought fucking Tio, bro.
Right. TNA Sports, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. My opinion on whether he won or lost is irrelevant. I'm saying someone that's not known for power was able to punch Tio hard enough to get him off balance. Matias is a power puncher. I'm saying that Tiafimo risks injury, a broken nose, a shut eye, or going to sleep if Matias is going to land those same shots. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he can't
Bro,
win.
he really hitting like that. Because I was watching some Matias fucking film of him training. I heard it in the bag. I'm like, oh shit, this nigga is really punching like that. Fuck. And it's crazy because it looks like arm punches.
Right. And like I said, Tiafimo is the superior boxer. But much like Benavidez, everybody that Matias fights is a better boxer than him, but it doesn't help. It doesn't help. Once they get touched, they quit. They're like, this is too much. Matias hit harder than Regis, bro.
What was your favorite fight of the year, though? To be honest,
my favorite fight of this year. My favorite one to
say Spence Crawford.
I didn't enjoy a second of that shit. I didn't enjoy a single second of that shit. I don't what the fuck. That was fucking horrible. Like I literally got locked out of my sports book. They were like, "Nigga, you don't need to ever bet on this shit again."
Dog, crazy because I was at my pops owns a barbershop and we was just chilling, you know what I'm saying, watching the fight. And, you know, we smoking good, you know what I'm saying, got a couple of drinks, we having a good time, you know, and I'm talking about shit like, you know, Errol Spence, you know, he gonna put that pressure on Bud. The niggas like, nah, but, you know, they talking casual talk. They just heard Bud is a badass nigga, so they like, yeah, you know, you don't know about Bud, da 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 da. So I'm like, all right. So I'm smoking. First round come around. I'm literally hitting the joint. I'm watching the fight. I see Errol Spence throw the first jab. And I said, man, I know I'm not high. I'm high, but I know that fucking jab should not be that fucking slow. Fucking slow. I said, oh shit. I got real quiet. I didn't even say nothing. I was just watching like, oh shit. This shit might be a short fucking night. And it was exactly that, man. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just chill for a good minute, man, because Bud just fucked this nigga up, man. And I don't even know what to say. I didn't know what to say. I was just like, man, congratulations, Bud.
Yeah, my favorite fight, probably to watch was probably Boots versus Villa, because that shit was just straight up 10 rounds worth of demolition and then out of there. That was beautiful. You know, also Frank Martin versus Michelle Rivera was pretty hilarious.
That was
talking about all it. Huh?
That was last year.
That was last year? Wow, time flies. My bad. Oh yeah, Frank Martin fought that other dude this year, the Armenian dude. Yeah, that shit was trash. But yeah, no, Ennis Boots versus Villa was solid. Tank versus Ryan was cool, all things considered, even though that's pretty much how I expected it to go. Like, you know, so that was entertaining. Lomachenko versus Haney was a good fight, even though people talk way too much shit about it. Like, that's what happens when two high-level guys actually fight. The fights are close.
That's my fight of the year still.
Haney versus Loma?
Hell yeah. I love it. I love everything about it because the whole pushing too. Niggas was so mad over that pushing shit. Like, oh my
He
God.
trying to beat Tank. He
trying
think he Tank.
Yeah, all that shit, man.
Like, Devin Haney wears some glasses. You think you Tank, huh, nigga?
Meanwhile, you know, Tank and them niggas be trying to dress like these rappers. I be seeing the rappers wear the same shit, Amari jeans and all that shit. They all wear the same shit.
Yeah, like everybody wears like those weird off-brand clothes, like the gallery department where the t-shirts cost $200 for just no reason. Yeah, nah, like.
And then I be thinking to myself, like, man, maybe I am charging a little bit too much for a hoodie, but I'm like, nah, fuck that. These niggas is paying $200 for t-shirts and shit and socks.
Right.
If you want something, you will spend money on it. That's one thing I know in business. If niggas want it, they'll spend money on it for sure. But everybody's dressing like that.
Okay, TNA Sports, that's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong. If Regis had Tank level of power, that would have mattered because there in those 36 punches, a few of them, if Tank was in there, it would have mattered. So that's where you're wrong. I'm gonna disagree right there.
Sometimes I feel like Box be tripping because I didn't even really see Regis land punches really in that fight. Did you? What rounds did he land any punches in really?
Like I believe in the 8th, he landed a very solid jab that stood Devin up and got him off balance for a little bit. And I remember in like the 4th, he landed 2 quality body shots, just real quick, just bop, bop, left uppercuts to the body, which is pretty solid. And then there was a few hooks in there. But no, that's why I'm saying would have made a difference. And Teenage, it's not about knocking people out. It's about it affecting you to where it opens up your defense. You don't have to knock someone unconscious with a punch. You just have to get them disoriented. Again, going back to Matias doesn't smoke people with one punch. But when he hits you, your defense opens up and it exposes you to follow-up shots. That's the difference. That's why power is a thing. Like even Better Biev is not some one punch knockout artist. But you notice like dude references the Better Biev Yard fight. Yard was doing well. Better Biev landed one shot. It changed the entire fight. He got a knockdown. Yard got back up and quickly got demolished. Yeah, both Benavidez fights were cool. Yeah, when you could Plant and Andrade, yeah, they're both entertaining, especially watching Plant get his ass whooped. That was fun.
I like the Devin Haney. I like that fight versus Lomachenko. I like Devin Haney versus Regis. I like Gervonta versus Hector Garcia.
I love Morrell versus Falco, even though it lasted a smooth 30 seconds. That shit was great. Falco looked good for 15 seconds. He threw every punch.
I'm thinking about taking that drive to go see Morrell, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Fight might not last more than a round.
Like, and I don't care about the undercard really. I don't even know who's on the undercard.
Yeah, the way Morrell been punching these niggas, man. Is Ado still in a coma? Did he ever wake up? Is he dead? Like, what the fuck happened?
He woke up. He out of there. He left.
Oh, he probably retired from boxing though.
He's probably fucked up. We never know.
Yeah, I don't think he gonna box
look
anymore.
like that, so he's probably at the crib.
Yeah, he looked like he got hit by a truck. That was horrible. That was the most vicious ass whooping. Again, that was another situation where his corner failed him. They should have stopped it in the 8th, but they let that shit go on to like the 11th.
Morrell is the only fighter I see today that throws that Mike Tyson left hook to the body uppercut combination.
There's Jukumbayev. Huh?
Who have you seen do that?
Matias fought this dude named Jukumbayev who did it to him, but he didn't last that long afterwards. he didn't last that long.
He did that shit to what's his name? Ados. Whatever that nigga name was.
Ados, your bossing.
He was like, wow. I said, oh shit, that nigga's different. This nigga, I think he'll beat that Benavidez ass like in the worst way type shit. But we probably never see that fight.
Yeah, Better Biev does it sometimes too. Oh, you know who does it? Brandon Glanton whenever he wants to. Brandon Glanton is a cruiserweight. He had Fight of the Year not too long back when he whooped F.A. Apochi's ass. He does it sometimes when he wants to, but it depends on which version of him shows up.
Nigga, I don't know who the fuck you talking about. Who are these niggas?
Brandon, you gotta watch Brandon Glanton versus F.A. Apochi. That was the Fight of the year when it happened. That shit was great. It was a couple years back.
The last cruiserweight fight that I really sat there and watched for real was that Dorticos versus Tabiti.
Oh shit, when Tabiti got fucking blasted. Oh fuck.
Hey man. I was watching that shit. I'm like, okay, man, what is this guy doing? What is he doing? He left the skills at the crib. I think I don't know what I was doing, but I think I was rolling up or wherever. I was looking down, and I looked up and I just see this nigga get slapped, and I'm like, oh shit. I was just like, yo, this nigga just got slept.
Dorticos is the KO doctor, man.
And then that nigga lost. He ended up losing the next fight, which is crazy, right?
Yeah, because Tabiti was like the Black American cruiserweight at the time, coming up the Mayweather gym, and then he got fucking just.
He was Nigerian American.
He got broke off. I'm not saying Tio doesn't have hands, man. All I'm saying is that Matias is clearly the stronger puncher. Tiafimo does everything else better than
Tio,
Subriel Matias.
Tio is a poor man's Tank.
Damn,
And
that's
niggas
fucked up.
see that one day.
That's fucked up.
And I always say, hey, D-Hive, you remember when we used to talk about Regis back in the day? I don't know if you remember. I used to say Regis fights like a nigga who trains himself.
Yeah, you did say that shit.
Man, but respect to these fighters getting in the ring, stepping up for real. But goddamn, man, I just feel like Tio. I feel like when it comes to skills and like the elites, I feel like there's niggas that's A plus like Javante and Haney, and then there's niggas like B, Shakur Stevenson, and then there's niggas like C plus. And I consider Tio a C plus type of fighter when it comes to other elite fighters, I guess.
I would consider him a B plus, if not an A minus sometimes, depending on which version of him shows up. But he's very emotionally responsive to the public, kind of like Shakur is becoming, because I can tell that the public influenced his De Los Santos fight a great deal, which put a lot of pressure on him, and he admitted that he was scared, which I thought was kind of weird.
I called it though. I told folks, I said, man, all this pressure y'all be putting on Shakur, he's gonna feel it one day. He's gonna think about what niggas are saying on Twitter and all that. All that's just gonna translate to the fucking ring.
And also, Shakur, like all boxers know how fickle boxing fans are. Like they know that they throw you away after one loss. You lose one time, they're ready to like look at how people are prepared to throw Haney. Haney hasn't even fucking lost yet, and people are just waiting for the day he fucking loses to throw him in the trash and say he was never good. Shakur sees all of this.
And you know, that's what make Dev great at this moment. And Shakur, I feel like Shakur don't understand that part. That it's like, bro, the reason why niggas at first wasn't giving Haney this props and credit like how they giving right on these long, heartful ass fucking posts about him. At first, niggas was calling this nigga email champion, all that type of shit. Pillow fist. This guy's going out there and proving motherfuckers wrong. People are actively picking against him, and he's beating these guys. There's no fight where these guys, Shakur Stevenson and Javante Davis, where people are picking against them.
Yep, and even though Shakur looked like complete dog water, people are still struggling trying to certify Dos Santos, talking about, oh, he was a super duper power puncher. He's better than Regis. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, he had a loss to a dude that got his ass whooped the weekend prior. And then he's only known for knocking out a prospect in El Rayo. That's like fucking 20 years old. So it's like, come on, man.
He lost to he beat his biggest win is to a prospect that just lost to Chris Colbert.
A nigga that can't even punch, really.
Hopefully his ass don't lose this weekend, because that shit really gonna look bad.
I hope Chris Colbert loses. I don't even like him. He's a little asshole.
Man, you know it's fucked up. I did not know this fight was this weekend, bro.
Man, ain't nobody talking about this shit.
Everybody's talking about Robbie. Why they don't care about it now?
What, everyone's talking about who?
The Ryu Chris Colbert fight.
No, yeah, it was big news. It was big news for a minute, but yeah, now nobody's focused on it. You know, I personally thought Rayo was robbed against Colbert the first time, but you know, he got to prove that this time. Can't let Colbert beat him. Got to close the ring off. You use your IQ. Actually jab your win. Don't leave your jab at home. He wasn't jabbing with De Los Santos. That's why he got knocked out.
Said the boos were bothering Shakur in this fight. You could see it. Hey, man, they was booing, man. And there's actual footage of people upset and walking out of the fight. That's crazy.
Because he wasn't doing nothing. And he got on there and said, oh, well, he was scared too. Like, so both two niggas scared of each other. Fucking unbelievable.
Did you hear ESPN shit on him?
ESPN shitted on Shakur?
Hell yeah.
Because I never listened to the commentators. I'd be playing music over that shit.
They literally shitted on him and bigged up Haney.
Well, they did the opposite this past weekend. They said, well, technically, if you thought Shakur's fight was boring because De Los Santos landed 40, Regis landed 36, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, but
Talking about this
Shakur,
On that night, only landed 40 total punches. I want you to look in the column of Regis Prograis for landed punches. Regis Prograis only landed 36 punches in 12 rounds against Devin Haney. If you thought Edwin De Los Santos against Shakur Stevenson put you to sleep, Regis Prograis couldn't touch Devin Haney. He landed 36 punches. That is now the CompuBox record for the fewest punches landed in a 12-round fight. We were covering some of
yeah, but they don't talk about the fact that Shakur only landed 65 on De Los Santos, while Haney landed nearly 130 on Regis. So Haney was pushing the action, standing right in front of Regis, and he couldn't hit shit. That's much more impressive than dancing around the ring, just being scared to engage it.
Be in trouble. I'm telling you right now, Haney gonna be in trouble because he ain't got no firepower to keep him through the both of them.
It's true.
You got 5 pounds, right? If you're not a puncher, you're not a puncher. Understand that. I don't care if you get 5 more pounds, you're not a puncher.
Yeah, that's not gonna magically turn you into a knockout.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
People, it doesn't. So they talking about Devin talking about I'm gonna knock you one, I'm gonna knock you. You got dropped by Zarria. Dude, you know how many knockouts Zarria got? Zarria can punch.
Zarria has 13 knockouts, the same number that Timothy Bradley retired with. Haney already has more knockouts than both those dudes. The highlight of Timothy Bradley's entire life was was Crawford beating Spence. That's pretty much it. He's usually fucking wrong about goddamn near everything else. Like, he didn't certify Abdullah Mason until after the public did. That's when Abdullah Mason got his little stupid double stamp prospect. Oh, fuck his milk dud head having ass calls it. But no, man, like I said, Tim Bradley's highlight of his life was Crawford beating Spence. Outside of that, the dude is wrong a lot. He even had to issue a public apology for his comments on Haney versus Loma. Yeah, of course I'm gonna watch that fight. It's gonna be a decent fight. Honestly, you know what? Huh?
When is that fight?
That's this weekend.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and I'm currently watching tape on both. At first I was thinking Sonny, but it's hard picking UK dudes over Mexicans. Mexicans just run them because as soon as they get a little firepower put on them, the Brits crumble, man. They crumble like some damn
You know,
crumpets.
Sweaty.
What?
If this shit, they probably put this motherfucker on the pound for pound list.
If Bam clips Sonny?
No, if Sonny clips Bam.
Well, I mean, because you know they tried to do it when Bam because he got over on Quadras and Sarungvi side, so they already tried to make some arguments there, but then too many people accomplished more stuff. But I mean, they might. I know they're gonna do it if Bam clips.
Is
Sonny.
it the
That's what's up.
unification? I don't know what this is. I don't pay attention to these weight classes.
Yeah, it's the unification.
What belt Sonny got?
Sonny, let me see. I think he has the IBF of the I know he's a flyweight champ, but I'm trying to see which belt. Yeah, he's currently the IBF. Yeah, he's the IBF champion.
And what is Bam?
And then Bam got the.
Let me guess, he's the WBC.
It is the WBO.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting fight. After watching some tape, I'm kind of leaning Bam at this point. Because I just think Bam is gonna, get over on his shenanigans and close to this. Like, Sonny Edwards is the fighter that y'all believe Devin Haney is. Like, Sonny Edwards has 20 fights, 4 knockouts, and clinches like a motherfucker. Like, he'll throw a jab and then immediately clinch afterwards. So Sonny Edwards, and no one calls him pillow fisted. No one counts his clinches. No one does any of that shit. Sonny Edwards is the fighter y'all, honest to God, believe Devin Haney is.
Bam might clip him. Bam might knock him out.
That's what I'm thinking. Now, after watching some tape, I'm thinking that Sonny is gonna win some rounds, but then Bam is just gonna hit him and then run his combinations, and then he's gonna stop him.
You know why I feel like he'll clip him? Because Bam, he tries to be on this Lomachenko shit angles. I feel like he's gonna clip fucking Sonny with some shit. Probably sidestep him. hit him with like a jab to the stomach and then catch him up top like Lomachenko.
I just feel like he's gonna get them because you can't bet on Brits against Mexicans, man. They always crumble. Like anytime a Mexican hit them, they crumble immediately. Like it's just like it's crazy. Like every single time British do go up against a Mexican, they just get murked. So it's tough trying to bet on the UK against Mexico. It's real tough.
And I feel like that's why steroids is really popular in the UK. If we want to have a real discussion here, because I feel like their fighters is just not up to par. Their biggest known fighter is a fucking Pedji, a known Pedji at that, and you know what I'm talking about.
Both of them. Difference is AJ has a therapeutic use exemption.
All three of them. Eubanks, Junior too. Not Eubank.
You mean Conor Benn?
Conor Benn.
Yeah, and like I keep saying, it's because in the UK you can possess steroids. That's completely legal. You just can't manufacture or sell. Whereas in the US, you even get caught with steroids in the fridge. That's automatic Fed time. So
Nigga,
we actually, yeah.
When I was him, the first sign on the fucking lockers is, nigga, if you get caught with fucking steroids in here, your ass is out of here.
Yep.
But over there, you could just have that shit. And
Yeah.
you could, did you just drop this bottle here on the table? You can pick it up, have it.
Yeah, you can possess. It's not illegal. But yeah, you can
A nigga go hit you with the, is this yours here on the floor?
right.
Type shit. Man.
I don't know if he's look like shit.
They got pet doctors. Like that fat dude who's making the eggs or whatever for Conor Benn and Tyson Fury. Shit's crazy.
Yeah, it's all egg related. So I'm like, so how come no one else in the UK is reporting increased signs of strength and speed after eating a fucking omelet? Like this shit is all just, they keep using the same fucking excuse, just like Canelo and the goddamn beef. Like, bro, get the fuck out of here, man. We're not stupid.
But man, what you think about these stipulations in boxing, man, when it comes to like rehydration clauses and shit like that?
I mean, that's up to the fighters. I mean, the sanctioning bodies don't have any mandatory clauses. You just have to make way for the division. If the fighters want to fight at catch weights, if the fighters want to do that rehydration shit, that's up to them. If the sanctioning bodies sanction it, they're just trying to get paid. So, and you notice it's only the biggest fighters that get away with this shit. You know, like Canelo, Tank is only the people where there's the most money to make it away with it. So, I'm glad it's not more popular because that's irritating for fans and fighters alike. But it is what it is. It's one of those things where dudes want to get the most edge possible.
Yep. But shit, man, I gotta get up out of here. There's no new boxing news at the moment. I guess we gotta wait for the Sonny fucking fight. Who fights this weekend? Just Sonny and
this weekend is going to be Sonny Edwards versus Bam. It's Morrell versus like Seijo or whatever, African dude. And I think Colbert and Ryo is also on that card.
Where they be finding these 168 pounders to fight Morrell? Because what the fuck? These niggas just signing up to get fucking massacred.
I mean, hey, what's his name? Chris Mbili is at 168, and he should fight Kevin Seijo. They're both French African niggas.
So you seen a nigga he fought before that he's about to fight?
Sena Agbeko. Yeah, like once or twice on like one of them random Euro cards. He's like 28-2.
Oh, he's one of them black Euro niggas.
Yeah, same as Chris Mbili.
Okay.
Shit, Chris Mbili is like ranked right under Benavidez for the WBC at 168. So somebody might have to deal with his ass. Yeah, and then they got Elijah Garcia versus Kevin Salgado is back. So, oh wait, no, wrong card. Never mind, wrong card. That fight already happened. My bad.
Oh shit, can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh shit, and then they got Robert Guerrero versus Andre Berto. Them two old ass niggas. That's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, and that's why I'm staying my black ass at the crib. Cause what the fuck?
I think Berto gonna get him though, because Berto been getting back in killer shape. I think Berto gonna win this time.
When I see Berto train, he trained like a nigga who got injuries.
Because he probably do. He had a whole career. Shit, if you remember the first time he fought Guerrero beat the brakes off his ass. He had him look like he was allergic to air.
That was like fucking 10 years ago. I think I was like a fucking sophomore in high school.
Yeah, that shit. That should have been like 2012 or some shit.
Yeah, like that's some crazy shit, man. These niggas still fight. Let me guess, the winner gets to fight Devin Alexander.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because that was literally Andre Berto's last fight, Devin Alexander.
See, that's the shit I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, he fought Guerrero November 24th, 2012.
Damn, bro. 2012, I was a junior in high school, I believe, or a sophomore. No, I was a sophomore. It's crazy.
Right.
Oh no, man. But that's who else? Who else is fighting? Just Morrell, Berto, Bam.
And then there's there's Chris Colbert versus El Rayo. That's also on the Morel card.
Who you got in that fight?
I'm thinking. I mean, Colbert has the skill set, but I'm hoping Rayo can get it done.
Cobra gonna win and pop dirty after.
You think, what gives you the impression that he's on anything?
No, I'm just talking shit.
Oh, okay. I was like, especially since how he got handled the first fight, he looked terrible. I'll never forget when Hector Garcia exposed his ass. That shit was nuts. He fucking
That shit gave Hector Garcia some fucking clout. Shit's
yep,
crazy.
just enough for a tank fight. God damn it.
I know, right? You see,
Just enough. Like, oh, see, he's good. He clipped prime time. Like, oh, little B-hop. Like, what the? Who's been calling this nigga that? Like, oh my God, he does nothing like Bernard Hopkins, bro.
Yeah, that's
Like,
crazy.
Anybody that sucks ass, they want to rush to certify so they can make potential take opponents. I'm like, how come these short lists of possible take opponents never have anybody good on them? Like, goddamn.
I'm really curious to see who Tank's fighting next, though. I'm really super curious to see that.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny.
It's gonna be, man. If it's Cruz, though, what do you think the reaction from the people is gonna be? I don't want to hate. I swear I don't want to say nothing because people will be like, "Oh, Art Man, you a hater."
I mean, Tank fans will defend it by saying this was always the plan. You know how niggas do. That's how they always say this was always the plan. Haney shouldn't have ran to 140. He should have drained himself and waited on Tank so he could not get the fight. And then we can make fun of him and say he just waiting on Tank. He need to get off the dick and stop cloud chasing. This was always the plan. And then see, we gonna handle this business. And Haney should rematch Lomachenko. It's gonna be a bunch of that shit.
Yeah. Damn. That's true.
That's all they're gonna say. Like, look, Tank a G for rematching dude. Haney lost to Lomachenko. That's all they're gonna do.
See, that's what real niggas do. They rematch niggas.
Yeah, even though Lomachenko ain't avenged a single loss.
It is what it is. It is what I can't complain no more. As long as he just fights. And that if that's the case, Haney should fight Sando Martin, Tech should fight Cruz, and then just meet up the middle of the year. I'll be perfectly fine with that.
Sound good to me.
Yeah, but you know, we not in charge of niggas' career, so that shit sounds too good to be fucking true.
Right, makes too much sense.
It makes way too much fucking sense. Yeah. But it is what it is, man. I'm about to get up out of here.
All right. You have a good one. Thanks for having me on.
Yep, you too.